Okay, here we are at the International Food and Wine Festival, y'all, and it is, I think this is the same cover as the gesture. But that's okay. It is full, chock full of some new items, some returning items, some items that we didn't favor, and some items that we are so happy are back. So thank you for joining me. I'm gonna try and get the fast and the dirty of this because your girl leaves for a cruise in the morning. So I am here in it to win it. We're gonna get all of this stuff. If you don't know, I'll show you again at the end, but I have a guide that will give you the breakdown of all of the things that are gluten-free and vegan, gluten-free and dairy-free, and I include the drinks, some extras, and then there's a coupon in it for my full guide for all the Disney parks. So stay with us. This is gonna be great. I'm really excited. Ooh, there she is. Here we go. Hi, okay, for our first stop, we went over by Guardians of the Galaxy to the Joffreys coffee stand over there, and they have a specialty drink that is a churro latte. This one does have dairy, but the dairy is in the dulce de leche. So even if you got a dairy-free milk, it would not be dairy-free, but the rest of it is entirely gluten-free. It's espresso, milk, dulce de leche, cinnamon syrup, topped with whipped cream and cinnamon. Y'all wanted some Joffrey's drinks, so I'm gonna try my best to get it to you this year. This is over by Test Track. This is Goizas of the Galaxy. There is actually nothing here for us to eat, but they do have a couple of drinks. Oh, Lord. I need to find the drinks. Hang on. All right, here you go, folks. No food is here, but the drink is a pineapple colada. This does not open until September 28th, and the pineapple colada has rum, pineapple juice, and coconut milk. There's also a wine and Pinot Gris, which is very sweet, but both of those would be gluten-free. And another thing, we have Coastal Eats over here. Coastal Eats is another one that does not open until September 28th, but I'm gonna give you that info right now. There's a gluten-free, dairy-free dish. This is Peruvian ceviche. Mahi-mahi shrimp, sweet potato chalupe, chocololo, oh Lord, I can't say it, and leche de tigre. Oh, I messed that up, but I could say Peruvian ceviche. Yep. There's also, at this stand, there is going to be a Boyd and Blair pomegranate cotter and then a Sauvignon Blanc. So the pomegranate cotta, so any of the Boyd and Blair drinks, I have checked with Boyd and Blair. All of their drinks are gonna be top 9 allergy friendly. So have at it. That one comes, they're usually pre-mixed in a bottle, so there's not even any mixing in the stands. You are good to go. And we are good to go to the next. Flavors from Fire. I'm gonna step out of the way because this seems to be a hot topic with people and they wanna see all the stuff. This is one of those stands. Oh, it smells so good because they've got the stuff cooking outside. We do have a couple of options here. So the one that is completely gluten-free and dairy-free as is on the menu is the Rodizio styled grilled beef that is gluten-free and dairy-free. Comes with potatoes, shallots, baby peppers, chimichurri. Sounds delicious. And then there are two that I believe are modifiable. The first is the Montreal style burger sliders. That is a vegan burger, and if you omit the bun, they have had this one for several years now. That one is gluten-free without the bun. Then there's a smoked corned beef, which is likely gluten-free without the cheese fondue. So you are gonna have to modify both of those, but you know, sometimes you just gotta do it. There is a swine brine drink as well. This is whiskey, apple cinnamon cider, lemon juice, and Dijon mustard. It's not for me. Also the name, okay, but it's an option. While not a festival stand, this is Grab and Goof, which is over here for Cool Kids Summer. This is down by the Encanto stage, and they don't have any food here for us, but there is a beverage. Goof has gone fishing, which is raspberry lemonade, strawberry boba, and then some gummy stuff in it, gummy things.
Oh, okay. Do you want
Yep, and then you can head over here to go dance with Goofy inside in the cool AC, and this is actually a really, really cool feature. Here we are in the land area with Earth Eats. So this is right outside the land pavilion, and there is one food option for us here. This is the wine braised beef short rib. You can see it has goat cheese polenta, puttanesca, pecorino, and herbs. And then this drink is actually really good. It's a Minute Maid strawberry hibiscus aqua fresca. It is really very nice and cooling, especially in the hot Florida sun. Okay, we are very, very, very excited for this stand, Bramblewood Bites. This is, if you can see, if I walked up from Imagination, so if I was going to World Showcase, that is where this is. Over by the, well, it was a playground, now it's seating. This is the stand where absolutely everything is gluten-free except for one beer. That's right, one beer is holding us back from having a fully gluten-free stand. That's okay, we'll get to it. So we've got a grilled cider brined pork tenderloin. This has a, all right, I'm gonna tell you this way. This has an apple, chili apple butter, celeriac apple slaw, and apple cider gastrique. Then we have a cast iron seared river trout with vanilla butternut squash puree, Brussels sprout salad, candied pecans. It's pecans, not pecan. You remember, say it with me. A pecan is a can that you pee in. A pecan is something that you eat. Okay, that was good. We did it. Those are both gluten-free as is. And the next one is a cast iron roasted Brussels sprouts. This one has root vegetables, dried cranberries, spiced pumpkin seeds, and that one is gluten-free and vegan as is. There's also another, Boyd and Blair spiced apple old fashioned. We like Boyd and Blair drinks. Again, oh, and let me show you the seating. This is adorable. It's like a little acorn. Here, you ever wonder what it would feel like to be a chipmunk with a little acorn table? Well, now's your chance. We've got like a little tiny play area here and this, but this area is cute. Lots and lots of seating, lots and lots of sun, a few fans. Okay, I see what happened here. Not too bad. Milled and Mold is on the other side of the playground seating area, and this one is a quickie because there's nothing here for you. Well, there's two drinks. There's a maple hard cider and an apple strudel hard cider. But that is it. There's no food. All right, moving on. All right, over here we have Forest and Field. So this is one also where there's nothing noted to be gluten-free normally. Oh, let me go around to the, come with me on a walk. Here we go. So the autumn chili has a chance of being gluten-free without the bread bowl. I am gonna check on that for sure. But the other two are definitely not. And then they're a red wine and a white wine, Pinot Noir and Chardonnay, respectively. So that is over at Forest and Field. But we don't worry about that. We don't worry about that. We're gonna go. Shimmering Sips over at World Showcase Entry is where you can get a trifle with trifling with this trifle. It is fully gluten-free and vegan as is, listed that way, strawberry champagne. There are 3 different types of mimosas and a mimosa flight. And if you do the Emile's Fromage Montage, this is where you get your completer fries. Fries. Did I say fries? Let's go get fries. Okay, I want to talk to you about a little secret that I know, and now you are going to know it, but over at the Refreshment port, which is between when you enter World Showcase and Canada, they have a poutine. That is not the secret because the poutine has been gluten-free here. This is the braised beef poutine. It's very good and very full of stuff. Mushrooms, oh my gosh. Braised beef, mushroom sauce, boursin cheese, gherkin relish. It's like a whole bunch of stuff. But they also have a sparkling peach wine and a Boyd and Blair pumpkin spice mule. But here is the thing that now we both know is that they also have a traditional poutine that is here year-round, has been here for a couple years year-round. And that one's gluten-free too. No lie. The traditional poutine has also been gluten-free. And it's not labeled gluten-free. I mean, it's not like normally listed on the allergy menu because it just isn't one of the stands that's listed on menus. But yeah. You know what I mean? Oh, somebody loves us. That's all we need is one person. The poutine maker. Over in Canada here, we have a returning favorite, the filet mignon. This has mushrooms, mashed potatoes, frozen garlic, and fine cheese. There's also a wine here. And that is it here. The cheddar and bacon soup is not. But, oh, Canada. I remember a time when Canada had gluten-free beer at this festival, and I wanted to return because I need it now. Glutenberg, where did you go? All right, I've gone off the rails. Hi, passing up France right now. So we did stand in line. France, of course, is a third-party booth. There's a couple of countries that are third-party, and if you are unaware, they are France, Japan, Italy. Oh gosh, where'd I fall? Italy, Mexico, and China. We got it, 5 of them. So in France, there is one item that is gluten-free for food, and that is the vanilla creme brulee with berries. one item gluten-free for drinks, and that is the chilled French Cosmo. I'm getting neither of them right now, but there you go. Francois. Wait, is that how you say? I'm never mind. All right, just cut that. Okay, I'm gonna do two stands at the same time. First, we're gonna talk about Belgium. Belgium is in between France and Morocco, and Belgium ain't got nothing for you. There's a bunch of waffles. That ain't for you. I'm looking at my little cheat sheet. That ain't for you. They do have beverages with alcohol. It is a beer, and then also beer, and then a wheat beer, and then a red beer, a beer flight, and a chilled Belgian coffee. Could the chilled Belgian coffee be gluten-free? Yeah, it could be. But at a stand where literally nothing else is gluten-free, I'm gonna say, moonwalk on out of there. Do you know what I mean? Or front walk, however you want to walk, or trot, whatever method you prefer. But just get out. You don't need to have that. Okay. However, I did find over at, oh gosh, where are we? Brazil. There are two dishes here. So there's the feijoada, maybe. It's black beans with pork belly, Brazil nut pesto, and white rice. That one is gluten-free as is. There's also a frozen caipirinha, with or with alcohol. That one is top 9 allergy friendly, and a pão de queijo, the Brazilian cheese bread. Now I know what you're saying. Gina, why are you eating a Brazilian cheese bread? Because it's there every single year. And so, you know, whatever. Okay, here's why. Because in a move unheard of by Disney, this year they have decided to increase the portion size. That is right. They increased the portion size and they did not increase the price. And oh my God, this is a win. There are 3 pieces. Bring yourself and 2 friends, or just you, depending on how hungry you are. But they now make a hidden Mickey. And it's super hot, but we're gonna do it anyways. It's really hot. Okay, it's like cheesy, really hot. Oh my God. Ow, ow, ow. Yep. It's like Miss Pac-Man. Ah, help. I haven't had anything to drink yet. Oh man. Oh wow. Oh, it's cheesy. You can taste the cheese. I don't know if you can see it in there. This is like a fan favorite. I'm gonna have to bring the other 2 home to my kids because, geez Louise. That's good stuff. Yep. All right, Brazil, Belgium, check. Okay, I've never once said the name of this place right, so I'm not intending on saying it right today. But in Morocco, the Tangerine Cafe. They have a couple of items here right now. So you, like historically, for all the times in the past, they have a kebab. So they normally have like a chermoula chicken and a lamb kefta kebab. Those are not happening right now. They actually changed the menu for the festival, which is usually they just kind of add a couple things to it, but they changed the whole thing so they don't have those on there, which is pretty cool to have a bunch of new items. So they still have a chermoula chicken, a Moroccan spiced lamb, but now they are in a Mediterranean wrap. So instead of coming with the normal, it was like a chickpea and carrot slaw, now it has on it a tomato, cucumber, kind of a salad to it, and it actually looks really good. You can get that without, tomato, cucumber relish, and garlic sauce served on the bread. So you can get it without the bread, and then you just get all of the other things. The other thing that you can get here is the other wrap that they have, the plant-based falafel. So this is the vegan falafel dish. Oh. She's got 3 falafel balls. Yep. And then there's like a little salad, the little salad underneath it. And I believe that's a tahini sauce on top. But here is the inside of it. Let's see how that looks. Look, we can focus. Check it out. Yeah. So they made them fresh for us. We're going to see how this looks. That's good. It's crispy and crunchy. You can hear. You got yours. Vegan, gluten-free. This is a win here. Also, all of the drinks at this stand are gluten-free. So they've got a hard cider that's fig, rhubarb, orange, and ginger. Because I went a little hard on the barb there. Blackberry pear, golden apple chai, and then a fig cocktail. And you can also get a cider flight. So if you are into ciders, this is the place for you. And I'm going to tell you a secret in just a minute. Okay, here's a secret that I'm going to tell you. So this is the Tangerine Cafe. Here is Spice Road Table across the way. In the back of Morocco is sangria sips, where you can get pitchers of sangria. Well, they split it up into glasses, pitchers of sangria. But here's what they don't tell you, is that over here at Spice Road Table has the best sangria. They have a red and a white and a champagne, I believe. But the red is where the money is, because that is a blend of red wine, sangria, right? And then they've got a little bit of hibiscus syrup, a little bit of, I believe, white grape juice, a little bit of another juice, and then gin. And then gin. And they don't like restrict themselves on the gin they put in there. So if you were on like a little bar crawl and you stopped by there and got your ginny gin drink, well, could be a good day or a really messy day. I don't know. But there, your free gift with purchase. Okay, behind me is Greece. Greece is another one of the favorite stands. They have a gluten-free item here that has been gluten-free for years and years. We are very happy that they keep it because it is very, very good and very, very popular, which is why I'm very, very not going to get it today, because almost everybody else will get it and you will see it somewhere else. So I'm not worried about that. However, let's see. It is the griddled cheese. So this is a big piece of griddled cheese with honey drizzled on top and pistachios. It is phenomenal. Phenomena. They have a moussaka here that is not gluten-free. They have a lamb gyro here that is not gluten-free, even without the flatbread, because the gyro meat itself is not gluten-free. They also have a couple of wines, but here's what I tell you about the festival wines. If you just get like the wine, and I've gotten it from Morocco before, it's a thimble. It's like a thimble of wine. So I'm just saying, you gotta kind of, I mean, if that's what you're into, is Thumbelina's drinks, then go for it. But if you're not, they have a Greek melon limeade. I did look up all of these different spirits because I haven't heard of them. So there's a Clio's Mastia spirit, our tonic melon aperitif, pearl vodka, and lime sour mix. And yes, all of those ingredients are indeed gluten-free. So have at it. You can get your pistachio, honey, griddled cheese. I got sidetracked. Oh my gosh, got a little sidetracked just there because this couple, I'm guessing it was a couple, it's a male and a female, they seemed coupley to me. He took out a spray bottle and just sprayed her in the face. So I got a little sidetracked. She needs me to come. You need me to step in? I still will step in. I'll take my earrings off. All right, here we go. Here over at Japan, they usually have one item for us and they just were not able to pull it off this year. We don't hate on them. We still love Japan. However, there's a peachy mango boba that is gluten-free. There is also a sparkling sake and a sake cocktail, and those would be gluten-free. So if your people are coming over to eat in Japan and you just want a little something, then you can have some of the drinks. You just cannot have any of the food. All right. Okay, while we're in Japan, here's another little insider tip that I will give you. Right now, there is a stand, well, there's a stand that was right here where they used to have like all the sake drinks and the violet sake, which is a fan favorite and gluten-free. They don't have that anymore, but you can go inside here where the restaurants are. There's a little bar in there and you can still get your violet sake. So have no fear. The sake's here. Well, there. All right. Okay, we were over at Flavors of America. A little bit of a disappointment over here, though somewhat to be expected. So there are a couple of items. There is the lobster Gulf Coast seafood roll. That one cannot be gluten-free because of the bisque and the bread. Even if you omit the bread, the bisque has it in it. The New England slider, if you just get the pot roast and the spicy jardiniere horseradish cream, that would be gluten-free. But you'd have to get no bread and no onions on top. And then finally, we have a baked chocolate pudding cake. The pudding cake last year was gluten-free. This year, they're making it with wheat flour. So, you know, here's what I say about things like that. I am happy that we had it this year. I'm bummed that we didn't have it that we had it last year. I'm bummed that we didn't have it this year, but things change. They actually added a new dessert elsewhere in this festival. So we're gonna grab that today and we're not gonna fret about this. And if you were over in America, you might just want to catch maybe Voices of Liberty, look at some artwork. They have a great bathroom. Also, if you go inside Regal Eagle like I'm about to, they have a nice fountain drink so you can refill your water bottle and keep walking in the night. So there you go. It's fine. Hiya, outside America, there is a Brock and Hans. I think that's how you say it, Brock and Hans stand. Maybe Hans, but I don't know. Hans. Anyways, they have a bunch of drinks there and like some pretzel nuggets. Don't worry about that because you can't have that. But they also have a little festival drink. This, my friends, is the frozen Chipotle pineapple lemonade. Now online, it does not appear to be a frozen drink. It looks like it's on the rocks. But in person, it is frozen. Yep, this is Minute Maid lemonade, chipotle pineapple syrup with a chili lime salt rim. You can get it with or without vodka, so I went for with, and it's Tito's. Cheers. Oh wow. There's a lot happening in there. Oh, should have brought a straw. That is frozen. Yummy. Yeah. Little tangy. Little tiny spicy. It was a good drink. Good drink to start with, right? All right. Cheers. Food and Wine Festival is officially underway. And so am I. So far, as we check through, all of our Joffreys coffee special festival drinks have been gluten-free. There's only been one that contains dairy, though you could modify that if you needed to. It just wouldn't taste quite the same because it has dulce de leche. That is the one over by Guardians that we talked about earlier. Okay, now to the other point that I want to make about Joffrey's coffee. They also have an espresso martini. I've never tried their espresso martini, so I thought maybe is today the day? Indeed, it is. Today is the day. It is a pumpkin espresso martini because it is well themed and we are in Epcot. I am at the Joffrey's coffee that is outside of the American booth. And here's what I want you to know. A single, so I just got a single shot. So a single, they both come in the same size cup is my understanding, but a single one has normally pumpkin cold brew, shot of Bailey's, shot of vodka, a little bit of pumpkin syrup, and then pumpkin whipped cream on top. I made my own drink. Apparently, because I modified so much of it, I feel like I made the gluten-free Gina version. I did not want pumpkin cold brew because I do not like fake espresso martinis. So I got espresso. I switched that out for some decaf espresso, and I didn't want the Bailey's because I don't want all the cream. So I got 2 shots of vodka, 1 shot of decaf espresso, and then the pumpkin syrup and the pumpkin whipped cream. So it has a little bit of dairy, but not a lot. And she's good. Look at this. Oh, she's good. Rest of the day could get interesting, folks. I can't guarantee anything. We might go downhill from there, but only time will tell. So follow along for some big surprises. Well, we have officially made our way over to Italy, and Italy has a surprise for us again. Last year, they had a secret cheesecake surprise, and this year, they have a secret mousse surprise. So there are a couple other dishes. There is a pizza. Nope. There's a tortellini alla vodka. They have one beer here, but then they have things like Prosecco, Moscato, Chianti, red sangria. That would all be gluten-free. Even the Italian-inspired blood orange margarita is gluten-free by the ingredients listed, but this is the chocolate spuma. This is chocolate mousse, caramel sauce, espresso whipped cream, and puffed rice. And this is, in fact, gluten-free. It does contain dairy. Shouldn't be a shocker because it's a mousse, right? The only mousse that's gluten-free and dairy-free, gluten-free vegan is over in Sunshine Season, so you can get it without the cookie layer. Ask them to get it from the back without the cookie layer. That is gluten-free and vegan. This one does have dairy, but I'm gonna have my espresso martini with my espresso mousse. All right. Yep. There is 0 things wrong with this. Was it a little bit expensive? Probably. It's Italy. No, $5.75. All right. Dang, that's good. $5.75? Get this, nice little treat. Because you know all your people are going to Italy and they're like, I want some pizza. You're like, I can't have any pizza, so whatever, what do I care? But you get this. Life is made. Okay, here we go. Do I keep saying here we go all the time? I'll try stuff. Over at Spain, there are several options. Spain is the booth that is in between, Italy and Germany. Okay, in between there is the booth of Spain. And so at Spain, we have a paella that we can get that has shrimp, scallops, smoked mussels. And then we also have a Basque cheesecake. Basque and the ambiance of this cheesecake. It's basking in it, and the orange sauce and all of that. And there's no crust on it, so it's for us. There's a comfort stick in it. That's how you know. Okay? Make sure they call because they make yours separately in like little allergy glove area. But look at this. La, 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 la. Let me get some of the. Oh my God. There's like orange rinds on it. I don't know if you can, yeah, here. So fun fact, when I was going earlier this morning, I was walking around to the different booths and kind of taking pictures, and there was a chef that came out and he was like, look, I don't know what you're here for, but you need to get the best cheesecake over in Spain. He's like, I'm the chef over there, so like do your thing. And I did, and here it is. And there it is. And it's so good. And there's Jessie, hold on. So that is super fun. I love festival season, even though sometimes it's like, oh, okay, I gotta go and like do this thing, because it is work, right? Like you have to make sure you get to every single booth and you're running around and you're not like doing all of the other enjoyable things at Epcot. And you get to see all of your besties that are only here during festivals. And so we know that we'll see each other at least 4 times a year for the 4 festivals. And I don't know, it's just fun. But anyways, back to the Basque cheesecake. Don't sleep on her. She needs you and you need her. Contains dairy. All right, ready? You're gonna get a 2 for 2 booths at once. So the first one we're gonna do Germany, like rapid speed, because just don't go there. So that is a pasta gratin with ham. You know that's not for you. I already said the P word, you can't have it. The next one is bratwurst on a pretzel bun, another P word that you also cannot have. Yes, you can have the bratwurst if you just want bratwurst with mustard. Fine, I mean, to each his own, because sometimes it's a carb light day, you know what I mean? And you're like, I don't want that pretzel bun anyways, get out of here. I just want the brat. Just give me the sausage on the plate and that is for you. Then there's a dessert that is not for you. And then there's a whole lot of beer that is also not for you, and a really sweet wine that I won't judge you if you have, but I'm not gonna have it. Okay, now we're gonna pop over to the Alps, which in the book it says near Germany. Near meaning directly next door, like they're pretty much touching. Okay, and here we have the raclette, is that how you say it? Raclette. Warm raclette, Swiss cheese, and alpine ham. They also have a vegetarian one without the ham, but the rest of the components are the same. So we got baby potatoes and cornichons, and then a baguette. You can see this is baguette free. Let's talk about 2 things. One, the frozen rosé is over there, and whenever they have that at the festival, I get it every single time. But y'all know I'm still high from that espresso martini, so I cannot have that frozen rosé right now. That would be a bad move, but I will maybe possibly come back and get it later because it's delicious. But here's what I want to talk about the Swiss cheese. So the chef came over. There is like I don't know how to do it. Oh my God. Let's say that this is a shelf. Yep. And on top of that shelf is the bread. Stay with me, classroom. And then on top of the shelf is the bread. Oh, and then under the shelf right here is the cheese. You see where I'm going with this? I have to not look you in the eyes for this. So bread on top of shelf, and then the cheese is right here. So here's what they did. They said allergy order, absolutely. We're gonna change out that cheese and give you fresh cheese. And so out went the cheese somewhere else, and then in went new cheese. Does anyone see the problem here? That is literally the problem. The bread remained. Do you want to eat it? I don't know. I'm not going to, because I'm going on a cruise tomorrow, and that means more to me than the cheese. But the cheese will come home to me, to the gluten eaters. So if you are gluten intolerant, baby, have at it. It's really cool. They like slice it down and do the whole thing. If you have celiac disease and you require bathroom assistance, maybe not. You know what I mean? Totally your call. Anyways, frozen rosé, top 9 allergen friendly. Get that. Plus it's a slushy drink, which pretty much counts as a meal anyway. So it's like, both at the same time. Okay, here we have the Refreshment outpost. This is in Africa. So that is between Germany and China. Let me tell you what's here. So over here at this stand, we have a couple of things that are, well, we have one thing that is already gluten-free. That is the Bear spiced beef stew that has a sweet potato melee pop and kachambari slaw. Sounds delicious. That is gluten-free. And then there's also an impossible spicy sausage. So this one has peri-peri peppers and onions, peri-peri aioli, and a sub roll. That one in the past has been gluten-free if you omit the roll. So you can have that one too. That would be gluten-free and vegan. And then they also have several flavors of Dole Whip here. Pineapple, cherry, or you can get a swirl. And then there is one hard cider. They also keep some of the drinks throughout the year here that you can get. So there's a lemonade, frozen lemonade that you can get with vodka. That one's pretty good on a really hot day. Well, let me show you what these look like. So here's the Bear beef stew and the Impossible. The dessert is not gluten-free. Refreshment Outpost. We have made our way over to India. Here there's one option for us. This is the chicken tikka masala. This has a fennel spiced yogurt and naan bread. Omit that naan bread and it is gluten-free. It does contain dairy. There's also a beverage, which is a mango lassi that is gluten-free with or without the liquor. Without the liquor in it. Be rum. Liquor would be rum. I am ATs in India. Oh, yeah. Indian pirates? We don't have any of that stuff. Okay. There could be Indian pirates. I don't know. India. All right, we've made our way to China. China is another third-party booth. Again, so this one is not owned and operated by Disney. There are no food options here that you can get. There are a couple of drinks. Here's the thing with China. Yes, there are a couple of drinks that are gluten-free by the ingredient listed. Yes, you could push it and get those drinks if you so desire. Personally, coupled with the fact that it's a third-party booth, they are not known to be like really cognizant of allergies and like take care and all of that stuff to keep things separate. I don't know that I would chance it. I have once in the past, they had like this shimmery drink, but they also had a gluten-free food offering that year, so I felt a little bit better than that. This time they do not, and so I don't know that I would recommend going to China. That's usually a hard skip for me. You got to make the decision for yourself, but the drinks look good. Well, color me surprised. I'm over at the Mexico booth, and I asked what can be gluten-free. It was celiac. They said celiac to each other, and then they got the chef out, and they got the list and the ingredients and all of that, and every single item there except for one beer is gluten-free. So we have a tostada de carnitas. This one is braised pork on top of a fried corn tortilla with chipotle black beans, salsa ranchera, crema mexicano, and queso fresco. And I'm gonna eat it like this. Oh my God. Oh, that's really good. That's nice and crispy. That beef is excellent. Oh, this is delicious, y'all. Okay. The queso fresco is the only cheese on it. Sometimes at the third-party booths, they will do it modified like that without the cheese. Sometimes they will not, so just know that going into it. And then we have the flauta, which is fried tortilla with barbacoa beef, chopped with salsa verde, romaine lettuce, crema mexicano, and queso fresco. And I'm gonna, Hot diggity dog, you guys. Both of those are excellent. That flan would probably be excellent too. It's a Mexican custard with caramel sauce and toasted almonds. It sounds absolutely amazing. I just don't have any more room for dessert. There's been like dessert after dessert after dessert after dessert. Couldn't do any more. But wow. Oh my God. Both of these, Mexico. Mexico in for the win. Japan pulled out on us there, and Mexico came barreling through with two fists. Fist of fury. Thanks, Mexico. Gracias. Here at Hawaii, this is a really nice stand also in the entrance to World Showcase. And they have re-envisioned their pineapple cheesecake. So here we have that has been gluten-free each year. They're not always labeled. This year it is labeled. We also have a pineapple wine and a Wahoo Sunrise, which is vodka, Dole pineapple juice, and grenadine. So those are some lovely options with a really cool stand. I just always love how cool that stand looks. I dig it. This thing on, can you hear me now? I don't usually get this hot, but I am just like so. Also, this festival, and I'm not complaining, but it is dessert heavy for gluten-free. Like, I think the chefs heard us say, hey, there's not enough desserts, and they were like, well, how many can you handle? Because here is all of them, including the one that I just got from Hawaii, which is a pineapple cheesecake, and it is shaped like a pineapple. It is the most adorable thing. Here, let me take you on a little journey so you can see it. Look at that pineapple cheesecake. How cute is she? All right, so let's dig in. This is part of the Emile's fromage montage thing. The other items at this booth, there's a slow roasted pork slider and a Hawaiian rice bowl. Both of those have eel sauce or soy sauce or marinated things, so those cannot be modified to be gluten-free, but they do have a sparkling pineapple wine and then an Oahu sunrise. So I think I had mentioned those earlier, but look at this. All right. Oh, she's so cute. Here we go. Pineapple cheesecake. No joke. That is pineapple. It's like light, fluffy, airy pineapple. It is not a heavy cheesecake. So in comparison with the cheesecake that we had over in Spain, that one is a much more heavy cheesecake. This one is, it feels like it's whipped or something, but it is light and fluffy and airy. Ooh, that's delicious. I really like this one. And here's what I would do if you were doing the completer prize. That's at Shimmering Sips, which is right next to me. So Hawaiian Shimmering Sips. I would have this be your last stamp of the day if you're doing that. Take this cheesecake, go over and get your completer prize because you're gonna have to omit the cheesecake that they give you with that one. So it'll be just, it's like soft serve. That might actually be it. But then you can put your cheesecake on top of it and make kind of your own little completer prize thing. That is my hack of the day for that. I think it's worth noting. But yeah, this is really yummy. As we enter World Showcase, moving into Canada, we have Swirled Showcase. This has a liquid frozen pumpkin cheesecake mousse, and that one is gluten-free, as is. Also, the frozen apple pie. It's typically gluten-free, and then you can get the float. Let's try that. Let's try that, y'all. We got some soft serve. Okay, Swirled Showcase. Yeah. I'm gonna eat some food here as soon as they open. Watch me. Come with me. And back of me is Swirled Showcase, and this is where they have the liquid nitrogen pumpkin cheesecake mousse. I did not get that this time because, quite frankly, I've had a lot of cheesecake today. I could not handle one more. And it's a variation on the liquid nitrogen one that they do at all the festivals over here right now. It looks delicious. I highly recommend it. I can't see how it wouldn't be delicious, but it's just not for me today. But I did get the frozen apple pie. Look at that. So this is a non-alcohol drink. This has apple pie filling, apple cinnamon soft serve, and apple cinnamon cider topped with streusel. The streusel is made with cup for cup, and that one is gluten-free. So let's give it a go. I got a spoon, but the cider is really yummy. The streusel on top is really good. And it's got that ice cream in there. You can also get the ice creams here in just a cup or a float. This is an excellent stop. Highly recommend. This is yummy. Mmm. Sparkly. Okay. Digging deep. The fry flight. Every food item here is gluten-free. There is an adobo fry that is gluten-free and vegan. And then there is the fry flight. So sorry, I'm at fry basket. This is a fry flight. So in the fry flight, we have the sea salt malt vinegar fries, truffle parmesan fries, and sweet potato casserole fries that has cinnamon sugar candied pecans, marshmallow cream. Okay. They also have a Boyd and Blair grapefruit mule. So remember that one is gluten-free too. So this is a great stop. Here we go again. Here's what you want to know about the malt and vinegar fries, because I know what you're saying. You're like, no, malt and vinegar is not gluten-free. And you're right. Malt vinegar is not.
Day one of the festival mishaps. The malt vinegar fries were noted and determined to be gluten-free, as it is not an actual malt vinegar they're using, but a seasoning. There are gluten-free malt seasonings out there, however, this one is not, and therefore those fries are not actually gluten-free. You can still get the flight, but you will need to sub another fry in its place, and please, please, please have them call the allergy chef to confirm your order. Keep yourself safe and your digestive system in full operating capacity.
Sweet potatoes with the candy on it. All right, I'll try one. I'm gonna try one, right? Should I try like a really candied one? Some marshmallow fluff. Oh, that's sweet. Sweet. Bonkers. And then the other one has a garlic truffle aioli. I'm going to show it to you. Whoa. Look at that. Wow. Oh, wow. That stuff will stay with you for days, that garlic. Okay. Fry basket. Yeah, we only got one more booth to go. One more. Una más. Here we go. Here is the Brew Wing Lab and the Odyssey Center where they have food experiments. There are 4 different wings. Garlic Parmesan wings, gluten-free. Korean barbecue wings, gluten-free. Unnecessarily yet extremely tasty Carolina Reaper curry wings, gluten-free. Nope. Vegan ones, no. Fried pickle ones, no. The drinks, yes. Hard ciders. We've got a pomegranate raspberry tea that is gluten-free and vegan, and a pickle milkshake that is gluten-free. And then, of course, we have our hard ciders. We need to go in and try one because one of these things is new to the festival. One of these things wasn't here last year. Okay. Poof. We've done it. Here we are. Brew Wing Lab at the Odyssey Center. Saved the best for last, I think, for numerous reasons. 1, I get to sit down in some air conditioning. And 2, got this big old, giant, very, very heavy, smelling a little spicy plate of wings in front of my... This is Korean barbecue wings with gochujang barbecue sauce and toasted sesame. And I want to tell you that these are gluten-free and dairy-free, which may be why they smell so spicy. There's nothing really to cut the spice, so I don't know. We're just gonna go in and see what happens. Oh, I don't even know how to do this. Okay. This could get messy. Oh, they're really hot. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. We've already gone downhill.
Well, hello. Welcome to the Brew Wing Lab, where we are treating ourselves to a taste of the future.
Taste testing.
That is has a kick to it.
I think our guests are going to expect more than this from us.
So this one replaced the peanut butter and jelly wings, which I've loved. These were also gluten-free and dairy-free. Ooh. All right, we almost had a Heimlich situation. Anyways, I'm good. So. We've got garlic Parmesan wings, which are not going to have any spice at all. And then these Korean barbecue wings are going to have a bit of spice from that gochujang. These are so good. The more the flavors are sitting here in my mouth. Oh my God. This is so good. Okay, and then next on the list is the unnecessarily spicy yet extremely tasty Carolina Reaper pepper curry wings. I have had those before. I will have them again. If you follow me on Instagram, check us out there because my son and I will come and do the hot spicy pepper wing challenge, and maybe I'll get these again and we'll check it out. But so they're going to go in order of spice. Those are no joke. They're like unrealistically spicy. I mean, it's a good joke to play on somebody if you don't really like them. But anyways, look at this. This is good. This is so good. Okay. So maybe favorite stop so far. I don't know. I'll have to think about this, but did I say they're good? There. Okay. That's a wrap. Holy moly. I'm out of breath. It's so hot out here. It's okay. Look, how's my purple doing? Anyways, so that is a good festival. It is dessert heavy. There's a lot of desserts going on here. There's a lot of gluten-free food overall. I was actually very impressed with how many gluten-free vegan options there are. Of course, most of those need a modification to it, but that is pretty standard for a gluten-free vegan item, especially at a festival. Over in Connections, they also have a festival burger. It is the French onion burger. That one can only be ordered in person. It's not a mobile order option if you have an allergy, but they can do it gluten-free. I just met with a chef over there, so that was very good information to have. But overall, this is a fabulous festival. It really is. I thought there were a lot of great drinks. I'm very happy to see Boyd and Blair having such a forward-facing presence in these festivals because we know that their drinks are pre-bottled, pre-batched, and top 9 friendly. And then we've got the Frosé There were a couple of good drinks over in America too. Bruck and Hans had the one. At Regal Eagle, there is a cherry limeade, a frozen drink for you or for kids, which would be good too. So this is really good. Festival winner for me, hands down, the best food I ate all day, those gochujang wings. Oh my God, they were so good. They were crispy and spicy and saucy and like I might get those again. Or I might eat the ones that I'm bringing home today. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But anyways, thank you for following along. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all the support. My guide is on the website. It is published, it is up. It is for you to have all of the information about things that are already gluten-free, things that can be modified, things that are gluten-free, dairy-free, gluten-free, vegan, and we list the drinks because sometimes you just want to party. We can't win all the dances, you know what I mean? What else? And then if you want a full guide to all the parks, I have one of those too on my website, to Animal Kingdom, Magic Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, and here at Epcot, all of their standard stuff. It is like 75 pages packed of business, including drinks. All right, see y'all later. Thanks so much. Cheers.